What's up, guys? It's Chris or Koyoshi Ninja, and today I'm bringing you a game of Search and Destroy on the map Radiation. And you can see the opening route I take. I throw a pre-nade right up over our top ladder or our top chute, and that's a great pre-nade because it catches them going middle from their spawn. And I climb up our ladder and I check these three areas really quick. I check their top crates, what they like to climb up on, that window over to the left, and the window from warehouse to the right. And ooh, I almost get shot. And I get out of there because in Search and Destroy, staying alive is just as important as getting kills. And so right now, what I'm thinking is that the enemy team either has to be pushing in warehouse, but they're not there, so that means that they're most likely underneath or flanking around us into our spawn. And so I make the decision to go back and check our flank and check to see if there's anyone trying to flank around. And yep, I pick up one there. And I pick up another guy right here. And that's a key point. You have to always check your flank. I mean, if everyone's looking one way, people are going to get 2 or 3 pieces on you from behind. So make sure you always have someone checking the flank, and I go back underneath, making my way towards the bomb site and pick up the last guy for the final kill. Now, I make the mistake right here of taking the exact same route from, if you remember, I got sniped. And the guy luckily only got a hit marker first round, but I don't know what I was thinking because, you know, he's not going to miss again. And he picks me off right here because he knew right where I was going to be. And in Search and Destroy, a lot of players like to go to the exact same spots. They like to use the same routes because they've had success with them in the past. And so you have to take advantage of that, and you have to be the smarter player and say, if he killed me from this spot last time, I'm going to take a different route. You know, you can't be cocky and say, I'm going to get him from the exact same spot this time, though. You know, flank around or take a different route and pick off the rest of the team first. And that way you'll have much better success. You'll have a much better score in Search and Destroy. Now, what I'm thinking right here is that I believe there's 2 people left. So I want to pick off one more person before I plant the bomb. Anytime you plant the bomb with more than, 2 or 3 people, it makes it, especially more than 3 people, I mean, it makes it really hard to defend because obviously you want to have a numbers advantage because they know right where you are. They know right where you have to be in order to defend the bomb. So that gives them less places to check. So right here, actually, this kill is the result of a call out from my teammates. Now, if you're playing with teammates, if you're playing with one person in Search, you can go to private chat. That's a little pro tip for you, and that way you can communicate even when you're dead. And always be calling out, always be communicating where the enemy team is, or even where they're not. Like I said, that's just as important as where the enemy team is, and just what you're thinking, So communicate with your team. Hey, they're not underneath. They're probably going top, control or something like that. That's just as important as the enemy team is, their shoot or whatever, a call out. And right here, you have to prioritize a bomb on defense, and what that means is you have to go to the bomb site that is hardest for you to make your way over to if you're at the other bomb site. So, for example, on Radiation, that map for me is A, because if I'm over at B and they plant A with like 2 or 3 people, they have such a good way to set up that it's going to be a lot harder for me to clutch if I'm the last person alive. And so let's say I'm over at A and they plant B, I feel a lot more comfortable clutching in that situation because there's only a few spots in warehouse that people like to go to. They go top of conveyor belt, they go top control, and then maybe a couple corners underneath. But that's pretty much it. So I feel really comfortable winning those gunfights than I do, bottom A. There's so many spots like the chutes and stuff like that people can go to and pick me off as I'm trying to get over there. So, just keep that in mind for any map that you play. What bomb site is going to be hardest for me to make my way over to if they do manage to plant it and if I am the last person alive. Alright, so right there I get myself into a gunfight with like 3 people, and I knew that they were all going to go that way because I killed a bunch of them from underneath. And if you get a bunch of kills in one spot, I mean, it's okay to go back there, but that's the thing. That's the whole cat and mouse game of Search and Destroy. I wouldn't recommend it because if you have anyone on the other team with an IQ over 20, they're going to make an adjustment. They're going to do what I said to do, and they're going to try and flank around and catch you from behind. That's what she said. And so you have to kind of counter their adjustment. And so what I did, I expected them to flank around to the top and to the right. And so I went that way, and like I said, there are 3 people right there, and I managed to get 2 of them. So as a bomb carrier, I'm going to talk a little bit about roles. As a bomb carrier, your role is to communicate with your team, push towards a certain bomb site, and make sure they know which bomb site it is so that they can support you, and you can make your way over there eventually and slowly after you pick off, the initial rushers. But don't die. If you're the bomb carrier, I mean, you can't put yourself you can't put your team in a position where it's going to be really hard for them to clutch it, because you're dead and the bomb site is right there in the open and they can just camp it. So as a support player, what you want to do is kind of push ahead of the bomb carrier towards a certain bomb site and check the most commonly used spots for the other team that they like to camp in, and that just comes through experience. But anyway, guys, I go 14-2 this game, and I hope you guys learned something. Thanks for watching. Peace.